Hello everybody, my name is Landon Pilcher. I am a concurrent student at Northeastern State University, and I'm making this video on behalf of my final project within my Comp 2 class. Now, this video is about my revisions I'm going to be making within my portfolio, specifically over writing projects number 3 and writing project number 1. Now, these are two different revisions. One is a radical revision, which is just changing the formatting or style of writing. And then another one is just traditional, which is just stuff I need to change to enhance my essay and make it better. Now, I want to start off by talking about my radical revision. So, my radical revision consists of adding visuals to my argumentative paper. Now, this might seem kind of offhand and unusual, but I feel as though with a younger audience and those interested in health, they might do better reading if they have a visual to look at. I know I certainly would get bored just reading any regular article, but if we insert visuals, that may keep them intrigued. And that's part of my first point. My second point is that visuals can enhance the essay by a representation beyond words. So I can talk about cytotoxic cells and killer T cells, but the audience may not have a clue what that means if I don't represent that well enough with my words. So if I do that and add a photo to it, the audience may have a clearer understanding and therefore be more intrigued by the subject that they're reading about. And then it just kind of gives the audience an extra understanding of what they're reading and will keep them engaged within the subject. The revisions are fairly simple, just adding photos to the writings and changing up the writing a little bit. But even with just adding these photos, it enhances the argument in a way to where an audience may be more intrigued and therefore get into the argument and understand the points of that you can control health. And so adding visuals is very beneficial to any paper, I think. I love visual representation within writing. And so that's why I chose to do that with my radical revision. And now I'm going to speak about my traditional revision. Now, my traditional revision is one that I'm not changing the writing style, but there needs to be some changes in order to make the essay better, as it could improve a lot from a various amount of things. These things that I come to notice are that the target audience needs to be further established, meaning I can talk about this website that I'm speaking about, but I'd never really establish an audience. So at that point, I want to work on establishing an audience, and I want to work on it early. Maybe changing the thesis or something along those lines. That is what I plan on doing with that revision. And then the rhetorical analysis needs further development, and that consists within the logos and ethos of the essay. And that just means that I need to add more detail pertaining to the author and also add more detail pertaining to my evidence. I don't want to just present both of them. I want to speak about both of them in a way that my audience understands. And then I have a couple of citation issues that need fixed, so I plan on fixing those. I accidentally did not switch my slide, but everything I said on the previous page is presented on this page, and these are just me speaking about my two revisions, what I plan to do, and what I'm going to incorporate within my radical revision. And overall, my main goal is to just connect to my audience through more than just words. And so that is what I aspire to do, and that's what I hope to improve upon my paper. Well, thank you for listening, and maybe I'll make another video to further upon these points in the future. All right, thank you.